So today we're going to talk about cloud computing. We are going to talk about what cloud computing is, how it works, and who uses it. So just getting started here, the cloud is a fancy word for the internet. When we talk about cloud computing, what we really mean is internet-based computing. Basically what that means is anything you do with the cloud uses the internet. Again, the cloud is the internet. So when you save something to the cloud, it's really sent to a different location using the internet. Again, how it works is information is saved in giant warehouses instead of the hard drive of your computer and accessed using the internet. So this means when you save a file to the cloud, it's not saved directly on your computer. It's sent to a different location, saved there, and when you want to come back and access it, you find it through the internet. So this is a picture of one of these data warehouses that when you say something to the cloud, this is where it would go. You might be wondering what I'm talking about when I'm saying these data warehouses, and these warehouses are run by independent third-party IT companies. So that means it's separate from the individuals or the businesses that are using the warehouses to save their data. One example of cloud-based computing that we would all recognize are Google's online applications. So these applications include Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, Slides, Calendar, Maps, Gmail, etc. So none of these applications use anything that is saved directly to your computer. When you use these applications, you are using the internet and you're able to find what you saved previously via the internet. So here's just a few more Google applications that I didn't mention on the last slide. And when you save something to Google, it goes to a warehouse, and Google has warehouses all over the world. Here's a map. The one that is closest to us, that doesn't necessarily mean what we save goes there, is right here in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So another well-known cloud using application is Apple's Find My iPhone. Also any other Apple cloud-based application out there. They do a little bit of Keynote and Pages on the cloud. It's less common and a little bit more expensive and less user-friendly than Google's, in my opinion, but it's still out there and it's still pretty well known. So again, Find My iPhone and all of Apple's other iCloud applications. So the goal of the cloud is to maximize computing power and minimize the resources used. What does that mean? It means the cloud is looking for the absolute most efficient way to store, save, access all kinds of information. This makes it a lot easier on people and companies so they don't have to worry about managing all of their data. Like I just said, the cloud saves companies time and money. So it saves time because these data warehouses and these third-party IT companies can process data much faster than the company could do themselves. They're much better at managing data. They're much more specialized in this area. So the company itself can focus on what its purpose is. It also saves a lot of money for these companies. These IT companies manage all of the data. That means the other company doesn't have to keep a huge in-house IT staff to run things on site. It also means that companies can have a smaller computer infrastructure. It means it's a lot less expensive. They don't have to manage a server and all kinds of routers and wiring, everything. They leave this up to these third-party IT companies to handle. So, in conclusion, we talked about the cloud, we talked about how it works, who uses it, and we just gave a brief overview of a couple different examples of different cloud applications.